guys, I'm Rebel Star Girl. Before I get into the content of today's video, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment with any critiques, questions, or suggestions. In today's video, I'm going to be doing some acrylic paint pouring, and I'm going to create 2 paintings based off 2 of my sticker designs. With all that said, let's jump right in. The first sticker I wanted to create a painting based off of was my anxiety brain sticker. I printed a large version of the sticker, cut it out, and placed it on the wood panel that I had found in my Things to Paint drawer. This drawer is very quickly running out of room, and I really need to stop buying things to paint. Once the sticker was on, I covered it in a layer of gesso in the hopes that that would prevent any paint from running underneath the sticker. This also helps the colors pop and not be absorbed by the wood. I mixed up 5 different colors of blue, purple, and gold and added in the paint pouring medium. If your paint isn't specifically made for paint pouring, you're going to need to add this in order to thin out the paint and allow it to run on the canvas. Getting the right consistency can be tricky, and my first attempt wasn't thin enough to flow around the canvas, so I had to go back and play around a bit more by adding in more paint pouring medium. It still wasn't a perfect consistency, but it was definitely better than the first attempt. If this is something you guys do and you have any tips on the ratio to paint to pouring medium, please let me know because I can never seem to get the right consistency. I found this glitter stuff laying around my art room, and I thought it would be cool if I added some across the painting. Once everything was mostly dry, I peeled off the sticker, and I thought I was going to get this nice, satisfying sticker peel shot, but no, that didn't happen. I did figure out how to get it all off in the end, but it definitely wasn't as satisfying as I hoped it was going to be. I painted the whole brain black. I thought this would pop a little bit more than the white would, and I also used this step to clean up the edges that had gotten a little bit messy in the peeling process, and it definitely takes less layers to do that with black than it would have taken to do with white. I also painted all the edges black because the paint pour didn't completely cover all the way around, and I didn't want to leave the edges looking unfinished. Once all of that was set, I brought in one of my stickers for reference and began adding in all the details that really bring this design to life. This design was one of the very first that I came up with when I decided that I wanted to make stickers. I used that scribble in the middle of the brain as a visual for my anxiety a lot in my journals. I call them my anxiety spikes, so I thought having one on a brain would be a really cool visual to represent anxiety and other mental health struggles. I think this came out so cool, and it looks just like the sticker. The other one I'm going to do is based on my Progress Not Perfection sticker. I found the circle canvas in my still overflowing Things to Paint drawer. Seriously, I have a problem. And I thought it would be perfect for the design that I had in mind. After covering the whole thing in gesso, I went in with teal and dripped it from the top of the canvas. I wanted to mimic the running paint from the sticker. I think maybe I should have poured it lower on the canvas though, because it didn't run as much as I hoped it would. This might again have been a problem with my ratio to paint and the paint pouring medium. I had to go back in later and add more of this color to the bottom in order to fill the entire canvas. Next, I went in with the purple, which kind of ended up consuming the teal, which is another reason I had to go back and add more. And then my favorite, I added in the pink. After that, I mixed up this pretty yellow in order to create a dripping smiley face. I did run into a problem, however, as I had added in some of that sparkly glitter that I used in the last piece, so when I poured the yellow on top, it had all these bumps underneath from the glitter. I tried to add in some thick layers of yellow to cover that up, but it's still pretty noticeable. Whenever I try to create something that says Progress Not Perfection on it, something always goes wrong, which I guess is pretty fitting. Regardless, I moved on and began adding in the details. I wanted to have this have a pop art kind of vibe, so I went in with a thick black border around the smiley face. As a perfectionist, I created this sticker to remind me to not put so much pressure on myself. I'm always worried about letting people down or making a mistake, but what I'm learning is that mistakes aren't really the end of the world, and you can learn a lot from them if you choose to. And no matter what, God is going to forgive me and love me, so I really don't need to be so worried. I added in the details of the face, trying to make them look like they were also running down the canvas. I decided it was too plain like this though, so I took out some of my other paint markers. These paint markers are Artex SimTab acrylic markers. I saw another YouTuber use these and have a good opinion on them, so I thought I'd give them a try. I'm always looking for cheaper alternatives to Posca. They definitely don't have the same level of coverage as a Posca. This white took about 4 or 5 coats, where I think a Posca would probably have only taken 2 or 3, but they're definitely less expensive, and they do have a brush tip, which I like. They also have a button on the top that you use to make the paint flow through the nib versus the standard push nibs that you find on most paint markers. And I really enjoy this feature. I think it gives you more control and it's a lot easier to get the paint flowing. Here are the final results. Let me know what you guys think. These designs plus many more are available in sticker form, pin form, and these 2 specifically are also available on hats and on pencil cases. I'll have the link for my Etsy down in the description if you guys want to check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. As usual, I have no idea what the next video is going to be or when it is going to come out, but whatever it is and whenever it does, I hope to see you then. Bye!